Good evening, wrestling fans. At long last, the time has arrived. Welcome to NWC's first official supercard, Full Effect. The entire roster is here, surrounded by a capacity crowd of more than 32,000 members of the NWC Nation, all gathered to witness this once-in-a-lifetime premium event. And what a showcase we have for you tonight. The stars of NWC are out in force in 8 spine-tingling matches. Yes, friends, this is the largest and most explosive show in NWC history. And every match on tonight's jam-packed card weaves a tapestry of blood, sweat, and glory as these gladiators finish their stories on the grandest stage professional wrestling has ever seen. Tonight, we will see the culmination of the NWC Round Robin No. 1 Contenders Tournament as Spencer Watts, Brawler Beckett, and Paul Gravett all look to dethrone the NWC World Champion Angelface Damian Black. These 3 battle-tested warriors will go toe-to-toe in a 3-way dance, and the winner will go on to face the NWC Champion in tonight's main event. Is this the night that Damian Black meets his match? We don't have much longer to wait. We will also see INCW Women's Champion, the White Rabbit, Nikki Wilde, as she tries to turn back the epic challenge of the Siberian cyborg Anna Sokolov. Will the champion be able to stop this irresistible force and continue her forever reign at the top of the women's division, or is a Red Dawn breaking over the NWC Nation? We find out tonight. Also on tap this evening is the culmination of a season-long blood feud between Danica Raven and Alyssa Wilde. These two have turned up the heat each week that they have met, trading wins across several climactic encounters on NWC Tonight, all culminating in a tragic accident that saw Trisha, Danica's partner, hospitalized due to an errant super kick from the matriarch of the Wilde family. Now Raven is out for blood, and the only structure that can contain this impending carnage is a Hell in a Cell steel cage, as these two meet in a South Bayou cage match. In addition to that, we will see the INCW men's title and tag team titles defended. We will also see the culmination of a renewed rivalry between Forever Unchained and Sanctum in exciting tag action. All this plus more electrifying encounters and a few surprises as NWC Full Effect takes over the synthwaves. Now, let's take you to ringside for our first Titanic encounter. And we are starting off with a bang, ladies and gentlemen. Our opening contest tonight will be for the coveted INCW Men's Championship. Just a couple weeks ago, the Mad Chef Gordon Ramsay made his dramatic in-ring return, defeating INCW champion Bokrug in a controversial contest that saw the Mad Chef brutalize the corpse-painted warrior with a steel chair, mercilessly assaulting the decorated veteran and securing the Diners Club's first major singles title. But Gordon Ramsay won't get a moment to bask in his victory, as tonight he'll be facing his old rival, Akira Wilde, with the gold on the line. Akira, of course, held the INCW Championship during the last season of INCW and lost that coveted title to Shade, thanks to the dirty deeds of Chonk, who broke the surgical specialist's ribs, making him vulnerable to Shade's assault at INCW Boiling Point. So, needless to say, the Diners Club and Akira Wilde have unfinished business. Will Akira regain the title some say he never should have lost? Or will Gordon Ramsay complete his tour of retribution, putting the former champ firmly in his rear view? We will find out in mere moments. Now, of course, this is for the INCW Men's Championship, and in the NWC, all championships are contested under 2 out of 3 falls rules. So the first competitor to score 2 pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts over his opponent will be the new INCW Men's Champion. Now coming down to the ring, we have the one and only surgical specialist, Akira Wilde. Now, Akira Wilde, of course, needs no introduction. He has held just about every championship available to him. He has been the PWS Heavyweight Champion. He's been the PWA Heavyweight Champion, the NWC World Champion on 2 separate occasions, the INCW Men's Champion. Akira Wilde has truly done it all. But tonight he has one heck of a challenge in front of him, because during this inaugural season of NWC, he has seen mixed fortunes. Akira has been on the losing end of several battles, and he is certainly looking to recapture his mojo and show the world just who Akira Wilde is. Remind the world of just what the surgical specialist can do. And what better way to do that than to rekindle a rivalry with the man that dogged him for the last season of INCW. Now, of course, when Gorgon Ramsay faced Akira Wilde the last time that they met in INCW, it was for Akira Wilde's INCW championship. And in that bout, Gorgon Ramsay was unsuccessful. That is what drove the Mad Chef into the waiting arms of Vinny Durango and the Diners Club. Gorgon Ramsay took a turn toward the dark side, and his journey involved him leaving INCW, finding himself traveling the world to become the man you now see before you. But thanks to the actions of Shade, he also gained, during this time, the Diners Club meal ticket briefcase, which guarantees him a shot at a title of his choosing at any point in the future. This was gained as part of a stipulation when Shade took on Akira Wilde and defeated him for that INCW championship. So not only is Gorgon Ramsay holding that coveted title, he also holds a guaranteed shot at any title he wants in the future. Truly, the Diners Club is holding all the cards. But will this be the last night that Gorgon Ramsay holds the INCW championship? If Akira Wilde has anything to say about it, his fortunes will be changing very soon. This capacity crowd here of more than 32,000 screaming NWC fans, eager to see this opening bout. They say that the two most coveted positions at a pay-per-view supercard are the main event and the opening bout. No doubt, Akira Wilde and Gorgon Ramsay both want to make a good impression on this crowd. Gorgon Ramsay taking a long, hard look at the INCW Championship, handing it over to the referee, potentially for the last time. Akira Wilde looking at that belt, recognizing it, remembering it when he held that championship so proudly not too many months ago. This should be an absolutely titanic encounter, ladies and gentlemen. The referee has rung the bell, and our first match of Full Effect is underway. Gorgon Ramsay starting off strong with a huge sit-out powerbomb on Akira Wilde. Ramsay going to work on those limbs now, twists Akira's arm around and stomps hard on it. This is not the way that the surgical specialist wanted to begin this match, that is for sure. Akira Wilde with a takeover, a fireman's takeover, fireman's carry, and picks Ramsay up. Big time backdrop right in the center of that very bright and colorful NWC Full Effect ring. Love to be out here in this big open-air stadium, ladies and gentlemen. We love to accommodate our multitude of fans, and this is the largest crowd that an NWC event has hosted. Gorgon Ramsay elbowing out of the corner. Snapmare takedown followed by a drop kick to the face of the surgical specialist. And a dragon screw leg whip. He holds on and whips his leg to the ground. Akira Wilde not faring too well to begin with. This is a different Gorgon Ramsay than the man that Akira fought a while ago. Oh, but would you look at this, ladies and gentlemen? Sliding Greco-plex to Gorgon Ramsay. Akira Wilde showing that he has quite a few tricks up his sleeve. Akira measuring his man. Big forearm to the face of Ramsay, and oh my goodness, huge DDT on the hardest part of the ring. Gorgon, though, still a lot of life in him, sent into the VIP booth there. Oh, Akira trying to follow up. Gorgon keeping this in the ring, to his credit. Sends Akira to the ropes. Goes for a drop toe hold, misses entirely. Akira manages to stay on his feet. But Gorgon with a pair of right kicks to the lower extremities, keeping control of Akira. And look at him, just bad-mouthing Akira Wilde there, letting him know, reminding him of all of the trials and tribulations that the Diners Club has put the Surgical Specialist and Pantheon through over the course of the last 2 seasons. Akira with a sharp elbow right to the side of the face, and measuring him, big kick to the solar plexus as well. Akira Wilde, not a wrestler to be taken lightly by any means. Akira going to take a breather outside, but Gordon Ramsay not going to let him. On the top rope, what is Ramsay going to do? Big flying drop kick from the top rope to the outside. And Ramsay with a neck twist on Akira outside the ring. Of course, under NWC rules, countouts are in effect. Countouts and disqualifications, and that means that this title can change hands due to a pair of countouts if that is what occurs. Ramsay sends Akira Wilde back into the ring. And Akira just launching into a vicious assault. Sends Gordon Ramsay to the turnbuckle, a shoulder-to-shoulder collision, neither man moving. And Ramsay, with a very creative kick right to the shoulder of Akira Wilde, and drops him face first onto the mat. Gordon Ramsay really showing something here. Ramsay has always been a talented, skilled competitor, but tonight especially, he's showing those skills that he honed on his world tour. Of course, Gordon Ramsay spent a number of months away from NWC, honing his skills for this very purpose. And look at this, Ramsay, goes for a big drop kick, but Akira has him scouted, swats him away like a fly, and now the Surgical Specialist is in control. Akira picks up Ramsay. So far, no falls in this match. Akira trying to get some support from the crowd, but caught napping. Ramsay's shoulder blocks him to the mat and comes down with a vicious double axe handle. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Akira manages to kick out at 2. Again, no falls yet in this 2 out of 3 falls encounter. Ramsay again with a vicious neck twist. You got to wonder how Akira's feeling right now after an up and down season, after seeing his fortunes go from good to bad over the course of the last 6 months. You know that he wanted to come in here and reassert his dominance, and as it turns out, Gordon Ramsay has truly been accounted for himself. This is a different Ramsay, again, than Akira fought back in INCW. Akira sends Ramsay to the corner. And once again, has him tied up, comes off the ropes, sliding Greco-plex to the back of the crown of Gordon Ramsay. Ramsay going for the chef's kiss, gets swatted away, misses entirely, and eats an Akira kick. 1, 2. Wow, I thought that was going to get us our first fall, ladies and gentlemen. Akira now measuring Gordon Ramsay. What's he going to do next? Don't know what he was going for there, but Ramsay manages to reverse it. Big-time clothesline. Spins the Surgical Specialist around. Russian leg sweep into the calamari lock. This is what Ramsay used to win the INCW Championship from Bokrug. Is Akira Wilde going to be forced to submit? He is right in the middle of the ring, really being cranked on by Gordon Ramsay. Can Akira fight his way out? Does he have what it takes? And look at this. He is maneuvering Ramsay's leg away. He is punching his way out. Akira Wilde still alive, ladies and gentlemen. And a big clothesline takes the Mad Chef down. Half and half Greco-plex on Gordon Ramsay. Akira really putting on the pressure. Big forearm takes Ramsay down. But Ramsay, ton of fight left in him, kicks him away and takes a moment to showboat to the crowd. Maybe a moment too long. Akira with a clothesline. Second clothesline. Ducks underneath the clothesline of Ramsay's, and a big-time drop kick. Akira is feeling it. And Akira Wilde sends Ramsay to the ropes. Goes for another one of those elbows. Misses, though. And Ramsey comes back with the damnedest kick, a huge big boot right to the forehead of Akira Wilde. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Akira may be showing some color, ladies and gentlemen. I think that boot might have drawn blood. But Akira still fighting back. Kick to the stomach. What's he doing? Picks up Ramsey. Oh, and drops him head first right on his knee. Very creative offense there by the former two-time NWC champion. Akira tying Ramsey up and just cracking his skull right across that medically approved knee brace that he wears. Oh my goodness, Ramsey definitely going to need to take a bit of a breather there. But Akira not prepared to let him, measuring him inside the ring to outside. What's he going to try? Comes off, attempts some sort of a clothesline. Gets caught by Ramsey though, but Ramsey can't capitalize on it. Ramsey with a kick right to the leg there, really assaulting Akira outside the ring. And gets him in an arm bar, a combination arm and leg bar. He can't get a fall out there outside the ring, but he can definitely pour on the damage. Gorgon Ramsey mocking Akira Wilde with his variation of the Greco-plex, showing that Ramsey is most definitely a student of the game, and flipping off the crowd. What disrespect from the head chef of the Diners Club. Gorgon Ramsey, truly a man holding all the cards. Even if somehow he were to lose this, he has a guaranteed shot against any title that he wants. And Akira with a face buster and a big forearm shot, goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Ramsey kicks out. I stress again, folks, we have not yet seen a fall here. We are more than 13 minutes into this match. Gorgon Ramsey measuring Akira. What's he going to do? Russian leg sweep. He holds on. Back into the calamari lock for the second time. Really cranking on it as well. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Akira Wilde forced to tap out. You have to wonder if perhaps Akira tapped a little extra quickly to avoid injuring himself, knowing that he has a chance to make this up with another fall here. But now, one way or the other, Akira Wilde under the gun. He is down one fall, and Gorgon Ramsey is in a wonderful position here to retain his title. But Akira not done by a long shot, firing back on Ramsey. That blood really starting to flow on Akira's forehead. Ramsey ducks underneath the forearm shot, but still gets caught. And again, another knee assist face breaker. And Akira letting the crowd know that he still has a lot of fight left in him. Ramsey just going to work on Akira, though, in the corner. Series of European uppercuts. Sends the former champion to the corner and just eats another European uppercut. Back to the opposite corner, and another European uppercut comes off the ropes. Big drop kick. Gorgon Ramsey in firm control at the moment. Can Akira fight his way out in this opening bout to NWC Full Effect? My goodness, folks, if this is how we're starting, how in the world is the rest of this evening going to go? Akira trying to get something going here. Positions Ramsey. Uh-oh, what's he going to do here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, just going to work. Ties Ramsey up in the ropes and just goes to town with a series of punches and kicks and just slams his head off the mat, dribbling it like a basketball. But Ramsey perseveres. He weathers the storm. And what's he doing here? Throws Akira out. Is he going to try that drop kick a second time? It didn't fare well from the first time through. But this time, 2 feet to the face. Akira Wilde just absolutely laid out on the concrete outside. And Ramsey, once again, maintaining control, has Akira up. But Akira manages to slide out. Inverted DDT on that concrete. And a drop kick to the spine of Gorgon Ramsey. Ramsey rolls Akira Wilde back in the ring as we approach the 16-minute mark of this match. Ramsey sending Akira to the ropes. And a big boot takes him down. Just takes his head off. And Akira, this is not a good sign for the surgical specialist, folks. Akira, instead of kicking out, grabs at that bottom rope. A heads-up move, to be sure, from the ex-champion, but that does not speak well for how much gas Akira has left in the tank. Ramsey, up top, and just going to work on that arm, softening up that shoulder area for the calamari lock. Oh, Akira might have sustained some injury there. Ramsey, a half-and-half suplex of his own, mirroring what Akira Wilde managed to do earlier in this match. Gordon Ramsay is really trying to send a message to the NWC Nation. Big-time double drop kick to Akira Wilde, and you have to wonder how much the surgical specialist has left. Akira again, one fall down. Gordon Ramsay just needs one more pin or submission to retain his title. Big kick to the back of Akira Wilde. Akira elbowing out. Can he put something together? Snapmare and goes straight into the Dragon Sleeper. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dragon Sleeper. But Ramsey able to fight his way out, stands straight up using tremendous core strength, puts a knee to Akira's forehead. Snapmare of his own, and another crisp drop kick to the side of the head. That Dragon Sleeper might have been Akira's Hail Mary. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, calamari lock on Akira Wilde. Akira is being torqued, and, folks, Akira Wilde has tapped out. He is a champion by any measure, ladies and gentlemen, but on this evening, Akira Wilde was beaten by the better man, the INCW champion, Gordon Ramsay. What a monkey off of Gordon Ramsay's back. He has paid to a debt that has dogged him for the last 2 seasons. And Akira Wilde has been kicked down the ladder and is going to have to regroup and start again. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still INCW Men's Champion, the Mad Chef Gordon Ramsay. And if he wasn't insufferable before, ladies and gentlemen, just imagine how he's going to feel now that he has cleanly beaten his old nemesis, Akira Wilde. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible opening bout, but we are just getting started. Our next match, ladies and gentlemen, is the culmination of the NWC #1 Contenders Tournament. We have 3 men remaining. Spencer Watts, Paul Gravett, and Brawler Beckett. These 3 men will meet in a triple threat match, and the winner of this match will go on to face Damian Black in the final match of Full Effect. And we have the voice of PWA, Gary Bloomfield, to bring you the action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gary Bloomfield welcoming you to NWC Full Effect. And tonight we are kicking things off with a 3-way dance elimination match to determine once and for all the uncontested, undisputed #1 contender for the NWC World title. And on his way entering the ring, the first contestant for this match, the Dark Horse pick of the tournament, Paul Cook Gravett. A record of 5 wins, 2 losses, along with his 2 opponents for this match, and still a rookie, and he has a shot to face Damian Black for the NWC World title. On his way to the ring, the first opponent to oppose Paul Gravett, the Blueprint, Spencer Watts. Spencer Watts also with 5 wins, 2 losses. He is looking to stake his claim. Now, unlike Gravett, Watts is a veteran of a few years now, cutting his teeth in PWA and in INCW. Making his way to the NWC now. He is a former PWA Light Heavyweight Champion. He knows what it's like to hold the gold. He knows what it's like to pursue it. and win a title, and he's going to look to do that again tonight. And their opponent making his way to the ring currently, as the spotlight gets shown on the stage, there he is, your mother's champion, the immutable Bartholomew the Brawler, Lord Beckett. 5 wins, 2 losses in the tournament, along with his opponents in this 3-way dance elimination match. Brawler Beckett certainly has the cunning. He's a conniving individual. He is going to be one to watch. As of the 3, I believe Beckett is most in his element in this match. This is a 3-way dance. No countouts, no rope breaks, no disqualifications. Brawler Beckett, so used to bending and breaking the rules, is going to be unleashed in this match without repercussions. He takes his time, making his way into the squared circle, finally there. A little brisk walk and showing off that championship belt that he has never defended, oddly enough. Your mother's champion. What a moniker. And all 3 opponents getting limbered up, getting set, final stretches. There's the bell. This match is officially underway, and Watts and Beckett immediately going after each other. Beckett picks up Watts in the cradle position, slams him into the turnbuckle. Here comes Gravett with a lariat. Gravett picked his shot. Beckett trying to fight out of the corner. Watts looking to keep him there. Got him hooked up, snap suplex, well executed by Spencer Watts. Watts continuing to go after Beckett, brings him down after grabbing the arm and stomping away. Gravett with a go behind on Watts. Gravett wrestling pretty smart here. A front neck chancery. Now Beckett looking to take advantage from behind, going to bring Gravett over to the ropes. Big chop, now grabbing the leg, and look at that. No disqualification. He can stay tied up in the ropes as much as he wants as he uses the rope for leverage. Kick to the midsection and a DDT by Watts on the Beckett. Gravett now looking to take advantage. Big headbutt to a vulnerable Brawler Beckett. Watts getting Gravett from behind. A beautiful leg lift suplex. Flipped him nose over toes. Quick cover. Count of 1. Count of 2. And Gravett kicks out of 2. Beckett and Watts tying up once more. Up in the fireman's carry position and dropped throat first on the top rope is Beckett. Watts now with a beautiful reverse Russian leg sweep. Gets taken over by a fireman's carry a la Brawler Beckett. And Beckett with a sharp DDT. And Gravett looking for some hardware. Gravett going to take advantage of no rules here. Yes, he's following the golden rule. Big chair shot. Watts is covered by Beckett. 2 count and kick out. Yes, indeed, the golden rule. Do unto others before they do unto you. Kind of surprised that Gravett was the first one to introduce a foreign object in this match. And expect to see some more of that before this match finishes. Gravett gets sent out over the top rope by Spencer Watts. Watts looking for the lariat, and Beckett just sidesteps it out of the way. Great defensive move by Beckett, but he gets caught by an armbar. Watts now with control of Paul Gravett. And a pair of forearms to the small of the back. Down goes Hook. And Watts looking to take advantage of Beckett. Beckett firing elbows to the midsection. Gravett and Beckett now tying up once more. Beckett gets set up on the shoulder of Paul Gravett. Snake eyes in the corner. Watts looking to take advantage. Gravett saw him coming, catches him, sends him in for the ride. Beautiful hip toss by Paul Gravett. Gravett's got that chair one more time. Gravett looking for the chair shot. Watts able to evade, and Springboard scores for Watts. Watts looking to use the chair. Gravett gets it away from him. Got him up. Suplex. No. Brainbuster on the patella. Cover. 1, 2. And a kick out by Watts at 2. Good drop kick as Gravett was getting up. Well executed by Beckett. Beckett now with a modified chin crusher to Gravett. Watts now with the chair. Gets back inside the ring. Going after Beckett, but blocked by Gravett for some reason. Beckett got Watts up. Snake eyes in the corner. Covers Watts, and not sure what happened there. Beckett maybe didn't want the cover. I don't know. Gravett now has Beckett tied up in the ropes, and now look at this. Gravett taking a page out of Beckett's book from earlier. Using the ropes for leverage to attack the arm, and now going for the single leg crab. Beckett trapped in the single leg crab by Paul Gravett. This has ended many a match in Gravett's favor, and not this time as Beckett grabs the leg, and Gravett now a victim of the chair from Spencer Watts. Watts giving Gravett some comeuppance after receiving a chair shot earlier, and Beckett's got a baseball bat. Oh, this is turning into a street fight. Everybody on Watts now. It's a brawl. All three men just going after each other, fists flailing. Big hip toss on the floor outside. Gravett now has Beckett set up. Power bomb. He's carrying him onto the apron and slams him into the side of the ring. What a war we're witnessing between these three for the right to go and compete for the World Championship in this main event. Gravett got Watts by the throat. Oh, look, double team. Oh, my God. Double choke slam, and Watts' head hit the back of his head, hit those steel steps. Beckett throwing everybody inside. Watts groggy. He could well have a concussion. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Hip toss by Gravett. Drops an elbow on the arm. Beckett's got some steel steps he's going to introduce. Gravett looking for the single leg crab on Watts. Watts has had his bell rung, but he continues to fight through the submission. And Watts escapes by grabbing the leg. Beckett now with a body slam on Gravett. Hooks the leg, cover, 1, and a kick out at 1. Gravett kicked out at 1. Watts in game on the brawler. Beckett rolls through, kick to the back. Watts looking for the forearm. Beckett catches him. Burning hammer. 1, 2, kick out. Watts is kicked out once again. Gravett now has got, yes, the Gravett. The Gravett, the forearm to the cheek and grinding away. And Brawler Beckett is tapped. Brawler Beckett has been eliminated by Paul Gravett. It's between Spencer Watts and Paul Gravett. One of these two men is going to compete against Damian Black, and it was almost Watts. We could have a future world champion in the ring right now. And Watts is in full control. Watts, look at this. He's got the Gravett on Gravett, using Gravett's own submission hold against him. I'm not sure if he's got it completely cinched in. Gravett now picking Watts up and throws him away. Big chop by Watts. Watts continuing the pressure, striking away. Double leg takedown and multiple forearm strikes to the forehead. Watts to the top rope. Big elbow drop on the money. Hooks the leg. 1, count of 2. Gravett kicks out at 2. Gravett kicks out at 2. Watts set up once more. Gravett catches the leg. Gravett with a forearm. Go behind and a headbutt. Turns him around. Front neck chancery. Watts escapes to the outside. Gravett looking to chase him outside. And once again, Spencer Watts is using Gravitt's own submission against him outside of the ring. Gravitt continues to fight and throws Watts off once more. Gravitt now with chops and punches and chops. Throws down Spencer Watts. These two are leaving it all out on the floor, in the ring, everywhere. And one of them still has to face the world champion in a title match. Gravitt with the steel steps. Watts kicks him in the midsection. Gravitt sends Watts back inside the ring. Gravitt making his own way back in. Watts to his feet. Gravitt grabs the leg. Single leg crab. Gravitt sits down on it. He's reaching back, and Watts is tapped. Watts has tapped, and Paul Hook Gravitt is your winner. What an unbelievable match. What a fight. What a war between all three of these combatants. And the winner of the NWC number one contenders tournament, undisputed, Paul Hook Gravitt, the dark horse. And he will face in our main event tonight, Angel face Damian Black for the World Championship. Folks, Full Effect is just getting started. Don't go anywhere. More wrestling action coming up.
All right, thank you, Gary. What tremendous action. Paul Gravitt punching his ticket to the main event of NWC Full Effect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have plenty more action for you, but first, a word from our sponsor. As it turns out, Full Effect is in fact sponsored. We're very lucky to get a product sponsorship. This was arranged by Maverick Jack Johnson, a wonderful colleague, and I did not find out from him exactly what this product is. It's Schneebo's Fleet Foot, a fine product with impeccable reputation. That much I know. That much I know. We are very lucky to have our sponsor here at Full Effect. Thank you to Schneebo's and all that you provide. And wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, hang on a moment. I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt this product placement here, but it appears that we have a backstage altercation taking place. Folks, we're gonna cut backstage. It appears that yes, I'm hearing that Snow and Tiger Gold have. Well, let's just take you backstage, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have cameras back? Yes, cameras are rolling. We can see right here. Yes. Oh my goodness, Tiger Gold and Snow are just. Oh wow! Would you look at the broken furniture out there? Tiger Gold is assaulting Snow. I don't know what happened here, ladies and gentlemen. Snow has. Oh! Canadian Destroyer right into that pile of refuse on the head of Tiger Gold, and Gold with a huge kick taking down the legendary Snow. Folks, as you know, Snow and Tiger Gold had some very harsh words for each other backstage in the days leading up to this event, and I hate to say it, but I sort of thought that they may end up coming to blows. Certainly, Tiger Gold, a suspect in his treatment of Snow. Snow was attacked by someone, an unidentified assailant, backstage, and I would hate to think that Tiger Gold could have had anything to do with that, but certainly they had an encounter in the halls of the NWC Stadium just a little while ago, and that apparently has led to this. Would you look at that? Snow now unloading on Tiger Gold with that steel chair. Certainly he feels justified, folks, after what I can only assume is an accusation that Gold was the one that assaulted him backstage. Big senton on top of the legend Tiger Gold. What an unexpected development. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Snow is retired. He is the manager, the mentor. Oh my goodness, big kick to the face of Snow. He is the mentor of La Nieve, which is why he's here at NWC. But, oh, ladies and gentlemen, oh no! Folks, we have to get some security back there. Tiger Gold had Snow up over his shoulders in a tiger hammer. I don't know what happened. If he was tiger hammered on that concrete floor, folks, I think we need medical personnel backstage right now. We will try to keep you updated as we learn more. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our next bout. And we're going to go ahead and take you to Gary Bloomfield in just a moment for our INCW Tag Team Championship match. I'm going to go ahead and try to find out what's going on backstage with Snow and Tiger Gold. Gary, you'll have to take it from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, tag team action as the Diners Club will challenge the Masked Invaders for the INCW Tag Team Championship. And as the flames on the stage shoot up, what's this? Well, here comes the Diners Club. That's Vinny Durango in the background there. There's Shade, and Chalk is coming out with them. Now, Vinny Durango and Shade were the ones who earned the championship opportunity. I'm not sure what Chalk is doing out here. Some kind of an insurance policy or what's going on, but he's actually getting in the ring. And Vinny Durango, I mean, folks, Durango, he's not dressed to wrestle. I'm not sure what's going on here. And there's Shade and there's Chalk. We've got 3 members of the Diners Club in the ring and awaiting the champions. And Chalk looks like he's ready to wrestle. Folks, I'm very confused about this. Now making their way to the ring, there they are, the INCW Tag Team Champions, the Masked Invaders. They've held on to those belts for quite some time. Ever since INCW closed its doors, they have been a noted tag team, along with their predecessors, the Masked Saboteurs. And they're looking to defend those belts against the Diners Club. You know, however, I think they might have been preparing for Shade and Vinny Durango. Not Shade and Chalk. Chalk is going to be a 300-plus pound monkey wrench into those plans, if indeed Chalk decides to compete. But there they are, the champions. They have faced tough tests before. Now this match, a tag team championship match, it will go to a single fall. We have learned some lessons from INCW, and a single fall it will be, not 2 out of 3. And here we go for the INCW Tag Team Championship. Some final instructions from the referee as these teams get introduced one more time to this capacity crowd. And yes, indeed, Chalk is going to be competing in the place of Vinny Durango, and I am not at all sure that this is legal. There we see the champions, the Masked Invaders, with those beautiful INCW Tag Team Championship belts. And that's as enthusiastic as I've ever seen the Invaders. Referee now collecting the titles. Last minute instructions to all 4 contenders for this match. And it is Chalk who will be starting things off with Masked Invader number 1. There's the bell. Collar elbow tie up right away, and Chunk immediately taking control. And I really can't believe Chunk is in this match. I'm very... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second, folks. We have joining us right now the commissioner of the NWC, Marty Dinkle, who hopefully is going to shed some light on this current situation.
This thing on here? Good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's official statement from the council. The NWC, in light of recent events, has just officially enacted the freebird rule pertaining to all tag team titles in the NWC ring. That is, any tag team title may be defended by a member of the team as long as they are officially recognized as a member of the defending team by the council and not merely some last-minute stand-in. Now, the final word on who is a legitimate team member is the sole purview of the council, not the wrestlers themselves. While this means that team members not involved in the initial title win may participate, there must be at least one member of the winning lineup involved in the defense. This also extends to challenging teams as pertains to this evening's tag team title match. In other words, if we say it's okay, then they can come to play, and that's all I have to say about that. Now let's get back to this fine match here.
Well, folks, there you have it from Commissioner Marty Dinkle. The Freebird rule is in effect for title matches, for championship teams, and challenging teams, which means, well, it means, for one thing, that not only is Chunk a legal participant as a challenger to these tag team titles, but it also means the Diners Club had some foreknowledge of this rule coming into effect. I wonder what else Vinny Durango has up his sleeve. Because this whole situation just smacks of skullduggery. Shade, and I believe that is Invader 1. Tag made to Invader 2. Invader 2 to the middle rope, and an axe handle to the arm of Shade. The champions are not going to go quietly into the night, but they still have to weather the storm that they find themselves in as Shade gets dropped into the top turnbuckle. Shade now kicking away at Invader 2. Flying forearm and a kip up by Shade, and Master Invader number 2 knocks him down with a shoulder tackle cover. Count of 1 and a kick out by Shade. Remember, this is a championship match. It is going to a single fall. It is a sudden death match. First pin, submission, or disqualification will win the match. And unlike most promotions, the belt can change hands on a count out or a disqualification. This is because the NWC holds their champions to a higher standard of sportsmanship. Chunk now just clubbing away at Masked Invader number 2. Picks Invader 2 up. Collar and elbow tie up. Invader 2 sent over to the corner, but fighting his way out, refusing to get trapped in the corner. Gets shoved away. Oh, ducks under the big boot. Chunk catches him. Oh, devastating headbutt to the back of the skull. And slams the knee down onto the mat. And dropping all of that weight on the chest of Invader 2. Tag is made. Shade back inside the ring. Chunk still has Invader 2 tied up. Holding on for Shade. Shade spears him down. Cover and broken up by Invader 1. Chunk didn't appreciate that. Sends Invader 1 to the outside. Kick to the back by Shade. Chunk probably working over Invader 1 outside. Shade to the top rope. Masked Invader number 2 stumbling to his feet. And Shade missed the Meteora. Shade missed his mark. Invader 2 sees the opening. Off the ropes. Double X handle. And Shade's note just exploded. And Vinny Durango has got the referee tied up. That was a 3 count. That was a successful defense. But Vinny Durango had the referee distracted. Masked Invader number 2 continuing to build momentum. Shade trying to get back to his feet. Shot to the midsection. Shade's face is a mess of blood. His nose just exploded from contact with that double axe handle earlier in the bout. Invader 2 maintaining control. Got Shade up. Power slam. Patented power slam. 1. Chalk end for the save. Invader number 1 trying to cut Shade off. Or trying to cut Chalk off. Chalk throws him to the outside. Chalk with a roll-up, but he is not the legal man. Shade is the legal man. He is spilled to the outside. And Invader 2 trying to go after Chalk. Chalk drapes him across, throat first across the top rope. Shade taking his time outside. Chalk takes a shoulder tackle and spills to the outside. Invader 2 going after Shade now. Got him up one more time. Face first on the apron. And now slamming Shade's head onto the floor outside. Very thin padding outside of that ring. And Shade's skull was bouncing off the floor. Masked Invader number 2 inside. Masked Invader number 1 has had enough of Shade waiting and throws him to the outside. Shoulder tackle and down goes Chalk. Shade catches Invader 2 from the back. My God, what a move. Invader 2 stumbling. Shade's got him up, dragon screw. Slams the ankle to the mat. Shade looking for the tag, and in comes Chalk. Oh my goodness. What a display of power from the Diners Club's big man. And he's chasing down Masked Invader 1, who's running for his life. Chalk back inside the ring. Invader 2 back up to his feet. Invader's got Chalk. Oh, we're going to see some double teaming. Yes, we are. Kick to the exposed midsection of Chalk. And Invader number 1 now hammering away. Hammering, and down goes the big man. Picks Chalk back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie up. Headlock and a fist to the face. And once again, hammering blows on the back of Chalk, and down he goes. Masked Invader's chipping away at the Diners Club. Knee drop to the back of the head. Picks Chalk up. Keeping Chalk trapped in the corner. Chalk trying to fight his way out. And the Invaders can play dirty too. Look at the strength. Screwdriver by Invader 1. Hooks the leg. Feet on the ropes and Shade in for the save. Folks, I think the rule book has been thrown completely out. The Diners Club started bending and breaking the rules, and the Invaders showing that they can follow suit. Big thump to the back of the neck of Chalk. Chalk kicking away at Invader 1. Oh, what a chop! 1. Invader 2 in for the save. Chalk getting fired up. Invader 1 getting back up. Shoulder tackle, and down goes the Invader 1 in the wrong part of town. Tag is made, and comes Shade. Invader 1 back inside the ring. Got him up, belly to belly suplex. Invader number 1 now got the arm tied up and stomps down on the bicep. or the tricep rather. Tag is made, and comes Masked Invader number 2, Shade with a forearm. Back to his feet. Collar elbow tie up. Got Invader number 2 looking to trap him in the Diners Club corner. Tag is made to Chunk. Shot to the exposed ribs. Chunk hammers away. Got him up. Tilt-a-whirl stomach crusher. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, almost 2, but broken up by Invader 1. Invader 1 gets sent to the outside by Chunk. Invader 2 worked over by Shade. Chunk with a headbutt, but he missed it. Invader 2 was wobbly. Spine buster. Hook of the leg. 1. Kick out. A desperation kick out by Invader 2. Look at this. Vinny Durango getting involved. As Chunk goes after Invader 1 outside. Chunk got him up. Invader 1 is fighting him off. Invader 2 still trying to clear the cobwebs. Invader 1 with a shot to the solar plexus. Sends Chunk down. Shade gets a stunner. Chunk sent back inside. Invader 2 now with a kick to the leg. Raking the nails down the back of Chunk. Chunk able to fend off Invader 2. Sends him in for the ride. Got him up. Spine buster. And slamming elbows after elbow repeatedly on the leg. Picks Invader 2 back up to his feet. And throws him away. Chunk now getting set up. Got him one more time. Big time stomach crusher. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. And Invader 1 in for the save. Shade getting involved now. Throws the Invader to the outside. Invader 2 still flat on his back. Chunk got him picked up. Power bomb from the canvas. Big clubbing blow. No, he missed it. Chunk playing defensively. Sends Invader 2 in for the ride. Clubbing right hand. Invader turns the tables on Shade outside. Invader 2 covered. 2. And we have new tag team champions. Invader 1 couldn't make the save in time. Chunk and Shade, the Diners Club, are your new INCW Tag Team Champions. Not without controversy. Not without aid outside of the ring. From that snake oil salesman, Vinny Durango. But it is official, the referee's call will stand. The Diners Club, your new INCW Tag Team Champions. What other surprises is Full Effect going to have in store for us? Folks, don't go anywhere. NWC Full Effect continues after this.
Wow, what an exciting evening we've had so far, ladies and gentlemen, and the hits keep coming. Our next bout for the evening is going to be a very special four-way elimination match featuring members of our NWC Light Heavyweight Division. These four men will be looking to compete for an opportunity at Derek Arzon's PWA Light Heavyweight Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a special Full Effect Fatal four-way match sponsored by Schneebo's, the Fleet Foot. Again, I'm not entirely sure what that product does, but I do know that they've spent a lot of money to get their branding on the center of the ring for this encounter. Ladies and gentlemen, this should be an absolutely top-shelf match featuring 4 up-and-comers in this very high-flying division. Oh, boy.
It's the NWC Full Effect EWA Light Heavyweight #1 Contender Fatal 4-Way Eliminator Matchup, sponsored by Sneebos, the Fleetfoot. Maverick Jack Johnson here for Sneebos, the Fleetfoot, the official product of Full Effect. You need it now, and it needs to be. There's only one brand that fits the bill. Sneebos, offering you that one-of-a-kind Fleetfoot feel that means quality. For a taste you can hear and a feeling you can see, enjoy the fourth-dimensional nuance of Sneebos. Some people ask, why Sneebos? Others, what? Sneebos? The one question no one needs to ask is when Sneebos? Because Sneebos is now.
Sneebos is always.
Sneebos, Fleetfoot. Sure is. Available at fine retailers.
I apologize, folks. I appear to have blacked out and have no recollection of what was on the screen for about the last 45 seconds. So I completely disavow anything you may have seen. Back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have the popular, the dynamic Mil Mojitos, the man of 1,000 drinks, leading off the charge for this fatal 4-way elimination encounter. These 4 men are looking to earn a shot at Derek Arzon's PWA Light Heavyweight Championship. Few light heavyweights have had a more dominant and dynamic season than Mil Mojitos. He has gained quite a fan following here in NWC in a very short amount of time. In fact, scoring a victory in a non-title match over Derek Arzon. Will he earn that title shot tonight? The competition is stiff, ladies and gentlemen, as are his drinks. We shall see. If he hopes to do that, he's going to have to find a way around this intimidating gentleman, Chris Catch Knight. This technical grappler has been a house of fire ever since he arrived in NWC, taking these surgical specials to Kira Wilde to his very limit just a couple of weeks ago on NWC Tonight. This man is no nonsense. This man has skills that rival that of our top main event talents here in this company, and he would love nothing more than to apply his skills against Lightning Derek Arzon in a top-level championship match. Just an absolutely incredible specimen, bringing a combination of strength, skill, and speed that is hard to match. Of course, Chris Knight here, the cousin of INCW Women's Champion Nikki Wilde. I'm sure he would love to have a decorated championship reign as long as hers. And now, coming down to the ring, the dynamic, the eclectic, the incredibly annoying Junior Cobra. Junior Cobra, the smaller half of the decorated tag team, the fierce and deadly Cold Snakes, has had quite an interesting go of it in recent weeks, teaming with his partner Giant Anaconda to take on insult to injury, working temporarily for Vinny Durango as one of the men under that firewall mask. Junior Cobra always looking for an angle, always looking for an opportunity to get a bit of a spotlight, and he would love nothing more than to rekindle his frenemy rivalry with Derek Arzon and get his hands on that PWA Light Heavyweight Championship. But it is going to be a tall order because all 4 of these men are extremely skilled. Now take a look here, the last man coming down to the ring, representing La Familia, we have the made man himself, Little Anthony. Little Anthony and his partner Big Tony scoring a win in our NWC Full Effect pre-show. Little Anthony would love a chance to rise in the ranks and remind the world of why he is such a potent member of La Familia. All 4 of the men in this contest bring with them just a tremendous amount of ambition and skill. Lightning Derek Arzon had best be watching, because these four, any one of them, could pose a serious threat to his PWA Light Heavyweight Championship. And I have been assured by the NWC Championship Committee that as a dual title holder, Derek Arzon, of course, holding the INCW Openweight Championship and the PWA Light Heavyweight Championship, the leader of FU is going to be expected to defend both of those titles in this upcoming season fairly regularly, so he may have a difficult season ahead of him. Referee is ringing the bell, and this match is underway, sponsored by, I'm not even going to say it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tremendous encounter. It is an elimination match, so we are going to keep on going until 3 of these 4 men have been defeated. Now, of course, in a fatal four-way elimination match, the only things that count are pinfalls and submissions. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. That means we may see some hardware entered into the mix here. We know that the underside of a wrestling ring is home to all sorts of strange implements. And I can already tell you, folks, this action is going to be so fast and furious, it is going to be very hard to keep track of it all. Mil Mojito with a big super kick to the back of the head of Chris Knight, and a flying forearm to Junior Cobra. The high-flying luchador in white, certainly a tremendous force in these multi-man matches, ping-ponging off of every surface. Little Anthony and Chris Knight isolated in the ring. That's going to be giving both of them an opportunity to score a quick elimination. Outside the ring, you have Junior Cobra and Mil Mojitos, the 2 luchador representatives in this match, going at it. Inside the ring, Chris Knight goes for a kitchen sink. Little Anthony manages to duck his way out from underneath it. But he doesn't duck that. Look at that. A German suplex, followed by a second one. Chris Knight hangs on. The trifecta, the hat trick complete. 3 German suplexes. Outside the ring, Mil Mojito taking it to Junior Cobra with a series of kicks. Looks like we've paired off temporarily inside the ring. Oh, I spoke too soon, folks. Mil Mojito has joined the mix, and what is he doing here? Oh, it looks like he was going for some sort of a Hurricane Rana, but Chris Knight managed to slide his way out of it. But he doesn't avoid the European uppercut in the back of the head of Little Anthony. And look at this, it did not take long. Junior Cobra has introduced some toys into the mix, as they say, some hardware. He has a kendo stick in hand. What's he going to do? Looks like he's looking to pick his shot. And he has picked Chris Knight. A shot right to the head. 2 huge shots to the head with that kendo stick. Knight manages to fight his way out of it. Cobra, though, taking a powder. Inside the ring, Chris Knight and Little Anthony going at it. And boom, would you look at that, a backstabber into a submission hold. He calls that the gambit, ladies and gentlemen. Little Anthony reverses out of it. Got him for a pin there, and a 1 count only. Fast and furious action from these 4 members of the esteemed light heavyweight division. And ladies and gentlemen, he calls that one the Dragon Catcher. It's a gory special, just really cranking on those arms. Mil Mojito and Cobra in the background there doing some damage. Little Anthony just screaming in pain, but he manages to elbow his way out, and an arm drag sends Chris Knight flying across the ring. And a big clothesline to Chris Knight from Little Anthony, showing off his not inconsiderable power for a man his size. But look at that, in the middle of the ring, what, some sort of splits leg drop on Little Anthony, and Cobra is measuring him. What's he going to do? Folks, it looks like he's getting him up, spins him around, snake bite right in the center of the ring. 1, 2, 3. We have our first elimination. Little Anthony has been eliminated from this encounter. We are now down to 3 competitors. Junior Cobra, brandishing a kendo stick in the middle of the ring, Mil Mojitos, and Chris Catch Knight, as Little Anthony licks his wounds and heads to the backstage area. Knight with a forearm to Junior Cobra. And Mojito sends Knight into the ring so he can focus on one man. Takes Junior Cobra over with a headlock, really starts cranking it in. But now Chris Knight has that kendo stick. What's he going to do with it, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, went for some sort of an attack, but caught by Junior Cobra, who appears to have sent that kendo stick into the fourth dimension. And a spinning kick to Mil Mojitos. Elbow to the thigh of Chris Knight, followed up by a face breaker by Mil Mojitos. Some good communication by our luchadors, and another split-style ridiculous maneuver by Cobra takes out Mojitos. Inside the ring, Cobra taking it easy for a moment. Hooks up with Mil Mojitos, who sends Cobra to the corner. And what's he going to do, folks? A kick to the stomach. He's on the top rope. What is this, folks? Pina Collider right in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 2. Chris Knight and Mil Mojitos. 2 quick eliminations have brought us down to the final 2 in this match. And Chris Knight, backstabber, floats over into the gambit. He's got Mil Mojitos. Is he going to make him tap? No. Mil Mojitos able to reverse it into a pin. 1. Just a 1 count, though. Sudden speed from these men. Mojitos sends Knight to the ropes. Comes back again. Kick to the front. Kick to the back of the head. Mil Mojitos brandishing that chair now, cracks Knight over the head with it. Folks, there is too much on the line for either one of these men to hold anything back. Big forearm as well. You know, you got to wonder if Mil Mojitos has been affected by Tiger Gold, his mentor, who was in that encounter with Snow backstage, which we still have yet to get a final update on. Tiger Gold was telling Mojitos to show his aggression, to make him proud, and you have to wonder if Mojitos is trying to do his best to do that, or if he's just feeling the frustration caused by this strange direction that his mentor has taken. Another chair to the head of Chris Knight. Oh, and a big forearm takes Knight down. Of course, again, remember, a shot at the light heavyweight championship held by Lightning Derek Arzon. That is in the balance here in this match, so these two are going to do absolutely everything they can to try to secure that victory. Chris Knight has Mojitos up and drops him face first on the ring apron. Again, even though we are down to only 2 people, there are no countouts, there are no disqualifications under a fatal 4-way elimination rules match. That referee is really there only to count the 3 fall. Chris Knight spins Mojitos around and backstabber again into the gambit. He's got him one more time, really cranking back, and Mojitos is forced to tap. Ladies and gentlemen, in this match, sponsored by Schneebos, we have a winner. The technician catch, Chris Knight. That means in Season 2, Chris Knight is going to have a shot at Lightning Derek Arzon's PWA Light Heavyweight Championship. If I am Derek Arzon, I'm definitely going to be paying very close attention to any Knight moves in the future, because Chris Knight is for real, ladies and gentlemen. He is for real, and he is coming for gold in Season 2. Very excited to see the PWA Light Heavyweight Championship get some renewed focus in NWC. Season 2 should be a tremendous time for our under 210-pound competitors. And now, folks, I'm getting word in the back that we have an update regarding Snow and Tiger Gold, and you're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen, but Snow is demanding a chance to face Tiger Gold in this ring tonight. Snow, a retired competitor, narrowly able to avoid that Tiger Hammer backstage thanks to our officials. He has demanded that Tiger Gold meet him in the ring on his honor. And folks, as I understand it, Snow is actually on his way walking to the ring right now. I have yet to hear from Tiger Gold as what's going to happen, but this is not a sanctioned match, ladies and gentlemen. The NWC Championship Committee is allowing it to happen. This is a fully unsanctioned fight. Folks, we're going to see Snow versus Tiger Gold immediately. And ladies and gentlemen, my broadcast colleague Gary Bloomfield is on hand, ready to call the action. Gary?
Folks, we saw earlier, oh, look at this. We saw earlier Snow and Tiger get involved in each other with an altercation. There was a challenge made. Tiger Gold attacking Snow as Snow was making his way out here to fight. Tiger Gold in a match. This is an unsanctioned bout. The NWC Council has not sanctioned this match. They've not approved it. It's very spur of the moment, but they're allowing them to fight. And it's Tiger Gold who has attacked Snow. Snow at the upper hand throws Tiger Gold in the ring. Snow with a big clubbing right hand to the side of the face of Tiger Gold. Gold sent into the corner. Snow coming in with a forearm. Goes for a cover on Gold. And gets maybe one. That might have been before one. Kick and Gold snatches the leg. Drops him with a dragon screw leg whip. Tell you what, folks, this change over the recent months that we've seen in Tiger Gold, if you didn't know him before, this may not be all that surprising, but for those of us who have seen Tiger through the years, this is so far out of character for Tiger Gold. Snow, meanwhile, a veteran, but a retired veteran, here to further the career and manage the career of his protege, Laniev, coming out of retirement after the altercation backstage for one night, for this one match, to face Tiger Gold of all people. I never thought I would have seen this in a million years. Snow with a suicide dive through the ropes outside. Tiger Gold kicking away at the face of Snow. Sends Snow back inside the ring. And Gold now biding his time. Snow making his way back out to the outside and gets thrown hard into the barricade by Tiger Gold. Snow back inside. Collar and elbow tie up. Big right hand from Tiger. Hooks the leg. Count of one and a kick out by Snow. Snow not even didn't bring any ring gear with him. Wasn't expecting to be competing tonight. Tiger Gold inverted vertical suplex. Snow rolling to the outside, trying to get this crowd fired up, start to gain some momentum. And that was a brilliant veteran move by Snow to get out of the way of Tiger Gold. Snow looking to push the advantage. Gold throws him into the ring. Spins him around. Hoists him up. And Snow shifts his weight into a neck breaker. Big chop blocked. Tiger Gold thinking better of things. Headed back inside the ring. Daring Snow to come back in. Snow does. Gold's got him up one more time, carrying him over to the turnbuckle, slams him back first into the top turnbuckle. Taking Snow back up to his feet. Snow is going to give it absolutely everything he's got in this match, but you got to wonder, is he in ring shape? Count of two, kick out by Gold. Gold is not somebody you want to come back into the ring after being off for several years. There's got to be a lot of ring rust. Snow up into the Tiger Hammer. Gold covers, 1, 2, and that's it. Tiger Gold wins this impromptu, unsanctioned match. Snow has been laid out. What is Tiger Gold looking for? Oh, God, he's got a chair. Tiger Gold with a chair. The match is already over. He's proven his point. Don't do this. No! Tiger Gold going after the arm. He's trying to break the arm. That's enough. That's enough. Somebody needs to put a stop to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolutely despicable scene. We have officials swarming the ring right now to separate Tiger Gold and Snow. We are not going to show this on camera, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very unfortunate turn of events, and Tiger Gold screaming at the top of his lungs. What is he saying? He's saying, Tiger Gold is dead. Long live the Jade. Tiger, I don't know what this means, folks. This mask that Tiger Gold wears, this new identity that he's taken on, it has completely corrupted his personality and resulted in an extremely unfortunate affair. Thankfully, folks, it looks as if the ring is being cleared and we can get ready for our next match of the evening. And ladies and gentlemen, what a match it is. We have Forever Unchained taking on Sanctum in tag team elimination action. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have an elimination tag match between Derek Arzon and the Spoiler and Red Holiday and Oliver Sin of Sanctum, of course, flanked by Evelyn Sin. This has been a tremendous feud that we've seen develop over the last few weeks. And you know that when these two explosive teams get in the ring tonight, all hell is going to break loose. FU getting ready to head on down the aisle. You'll notice that Derek Arzon and the Spoiler are not accompanied by Nikki Wilde. She is backstage preparing for her main event INCW Championship match. Of course, Full Effect, a co-main evented supercard with the INCW Women's Championship and the NWC World Championship taking center stage. Both Derek and the Spoiler are going to have to make do without Nikki there, providing valuable distraction outside the ring. Sanctum, on the other hand, will have Evelyn Sin at ringside with them, so that's going to be something to watch out for as this match develops. Of course, FU and Sanctum, an old rivalry with some of these competitors, especially Spoiler and the fallen Red Holiday, who went round and round in PWA over heavyweight gold a long time ago, and now they renew their rivalry here. And this is the first time that we have seen Sanctum unified and whole since the days of PWA. Look at these three intimidating individuals. We have Rhett Holiday, the Fallen One, and the twins, Evelyn and Oliver Sin, heading down to the ring. The ring filling with that strange and mysterious smoke. These three here definitely competitors who are compelled by the dark forces. If you ever have to share a locker room with these three individuals, it's a very intimidating experience, I assure you. Red Holiday looking absolutely in tremendous shape, and the Sin twins, as if they have not missed a beat. These three are extremely violent, extremely unpredictable competitors, and the potential in this match for serious injury on both sides is extremely high. Who will prevail in this incredibly heated and emotional encounter? Of course, Derek Arzon and the Spoiler, each holding singles gold. That adds a new wrinkle to any match that they're in. Could Oliver Sin be somebody who is eyeing an opportunity at Derek Arzon's light heavyweight championship? The bell is rung, and we are underway. Immediately, Red Holiday taking it to Derek Arzon, a big elbow, and an attempted pair of sentons, but finds nothing but mat, and just gets clipped by Derek Arzon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is an elimination match, so it will not stop until both members of one team have either been pinned or submitted. This should be a violent encounter, especially as we get in the deep water. As soon as we're down 2-1, you just know that's going to be an opportunity for the prevailing team to just brutalize their outnumbered opponent. I expect there's a good chance that someone in this encounter is going to go to the hospital. Oh my goodness, look at that! A big slap by the Spoiler to the face of Rhett Holiday. Spoiler picks up Holiday for an inverted suplex as well. Tremendous power from the Masked Man. Tags out to the speed and arguably the brains of FU. We got Derek Arzon, Lightning Derek Arzon, who has truly seen his fortunes improve since leaving PWA and forming Forever Unchained. At one time, Forever Unchained was holding all the gold. They have the INCW Tag Team Championships in addition to singles gold on both the male members of the team, and of course, Nikki Wilde, the female member of Forever Unchained, a long-time women's champion. Northern Lights suplex kicked out at 1 by Derek Arzon. Outside the ring, Evelyn bad-mouthing Derek Arzon. Oliver Sin looking very, very hyped up in today's match, but eats a DDT outside the ring. Big clothesline by Oliver Sin to the face and neck of Derek Arzon as his sister cheers him on. Oh, look at her. She is champing at the bit. She is ready to get involved in this match, just waiting for the opportunity. Referee, of course, watching her very closely, not giving her much of a chance to do anything yet. Derek sends Oliver Sin into the ring, and, well, wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. Narrowly avoids Evelyn Sin grabbing for him. Oh, Derek taking a moment to try to taunt toward the crowd, eats an attack from Oliver, and both of the smaller members of their respective teams tag out. The Spoiler and Red Holiday in the ring. Spoiler sent to the ropes, leapfrogged by Holiday, ducks underneath, and shoulder to shoulder, neither man moves an inch. Red Holiday really taking it to the Spoiler. A shot to the kidneys, and a second one. Red Holiday pacing himself extremely well. Of course, Red Holiday, the master of the unkindest cut, a deadly implant DDT taught to him by none other than Nemesis Rex, one of the most sinister forces in the history of NWC, and of course, the tradition of Nemesis Rex continued on by Red Holiday. This fallen enigmatic figure. Sanctum in a unique spot. Certainly FU, no fan favorite. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Big time. Oh wow, what power by Oliver Sin. Just cracking the Spoiler over his knee there. My goodness. Oliver Sin, again, very fired up, calling to the crowd. Delivers a sharp kick to the kidney area of the Spoiler. And Spoiler sent headfirst into the corner turnbuckle. Tags out to Red Holiday, who goes to work on the Masked Man. Oh, but eats a huge, big boot. The Spoiler, just a tremendously powerful individual. Big-time hammer with the right hand there. Red Holiday manages to kick out at 2, and it's going to take a bit of a breather. Oh, in the meantime, Spoiler's going to take out his aggressions on Holiday's young charge. Spoiler just throws Holiday. The Spoiler definitely asserting himself physically in this match so far. Red Holiday taunting at the Spoiler, daring him to get up, and instead the Spoiler tags out to Derek Arzon, who hits Red Holiday with a thunder stroke right in the center of the ring. And Holiday barely able to kick out. We just about saw Oliver Sin in an unflattering 1-on-2 situation. Again, this is an elimination match, ladies and gentlemen. When one member of a team is eliminated, this match will continue. It isn't until both members are eliminated that this match ends. And would you look at that? A Cobra Clutch into a unique grounded submission hold there by Red Holiday. Holiday pacing himself extremely well. Frequent tags by Sanctum, truly showing how in sync they are. Oliver Sin, who certainly looks like he's put on a pound or two. Oh my goodness, huge enziguri. Oliver Sin, never the largest man in a fight, but looking extremely fit, has put on about 20 pounds of muscle since we last saw him. Turns over Derek Arzon after the elbow drop, goes for a pin. 1, 2, saved by the Spoiler. We're just about 10 minutes into this encounter, ladies and gentlemen, and neither team has had an elimination at this point. Oliver Sin has Derek Arzon. What's he going to do? just stomps on the back of that elbow, then makes a tag out to his mentor, Red Holiday. Red Holiday, an extremely intimidating individual. Earlier, just to finish my thought from earlier, oh goodness, ladies and gentlemen, look at this! Unkindest cut on Derek Arzon, right in the middle of the ring. Broken up by the spoiler, but goodness gracious, the unkindest cut is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. It is one of the most potent and deadly finishers in the history of professional wrestling. It has ended many a career, and it just about put the lights out on our light heavyweight champion. For the third time, I'm going to try to finish my thought, folks. Sanctum is in a unique spot because Forever Unchained certainly no fan favorites, and by going up against them, Sanctum has managed to acquire a bit of a fan following, something they're not used to. Usually more accustomed with getting boos in that ring, but I must admit, there is a certain marketable cool to their dark demeanor, and we are slowly seeing Sanctum becoming one of the more popular trios in NWC. Desperate tag made out to Oliver Sin as Red Holiday takes a powder, but Oliver eats a huge shoulder block and a headbutt also from the spoiler. Spoiler trying to control his man, but Oliver elbowing his way out. Oliver Sin, always a very potent competitor, and you always thought that this young man's best days were ahead of him. He was a bit of a newcomer in PWA during the last couple seasons that he was in there, and he quickly gained quite a following as an extremely potent and skilled technical competitor. His own finisher, the Black Cross, also was gaining quite a bit of a unkindest cut style reputation. He put out very many large and impressive opponents with that maneuver. Spoiler has Red Holiday dragging him into the ring, hammer to the back of the neck, and outside the ring, Derek Arzon and Oliver Sin going at it. Spoiler on the top, what's he gonna do? Big time knee drop to the back of Red Holiday. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, double underhook. Black Cross on Spoiler, just cracking his ribcage right over his knee there. 1, 2, and 3. What did I tell you? The Black Cross, an extremely potent and deadly finisher. And ladies and gentlemen, at the 10-minute mark here in this match, the Spoiler has been eliminated. Derek Arzon also was just knocked off that apron, and I believe he's seeing stars here. Oliver Sin smashes Arzon head first into the barricade there. Forever Unchained is in desperate trouble now. They've lost the biggest card in their deck. The Spoiler has been eliminated. And now Oliver Sin is going to town on a dazed Derek Arzon. Big snap suplex as the fans are super excited here to see Derek Arzon get what some feel is coming to him. FU, a tremendous thorn in the sides of many of the more popular teams in NWC. And Derek Arzon completely unconscious in the center of the ring. Oliver Sin tagging out to Red Holiday, who has a smile on his face a mile wide. What's he going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Has Arzon up. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Unkindest cut in the middle of the ring. Goes for a pin. 1, 2, and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners this evening, the trio of Sanctum. After all of the aggression that we've seen here, this has been the first chance that Sanctum has had to really get one over on Forever Unchained. You know this is not going to sit well with Derek Arzon and the Spoiler, and seeing as the two of them each ate a pinfall from a member of Sanctum, you've got to think the championship committee is going to be taking a long, hard look at the members of this team when thinking about contenders for Derek Arzon and the Spoilers' singles titles come season number 2. Congratulations to Sanctum, having returned and ascended to new heights here in NWC. Folks, what an absolutely stellar night we've had so far here at Full Effect. And believe it or not, we've got a lot more action left to go. But before...
Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like I have a guest at my announce desk. please welcome Cynthia Love, who is one half of Reckless Love, the defending PWA Tag Team Champions.
One half of the only tag team champions in NWC that matter, you mean? One half of the only championship in this entire organization that is not represented at Full Effect, in fact.
Well, yes, that's certainly true. You and your husband Titus are not booked on tonight's supercard event. How does that make you feel?
How does that make me feel? Ronnie Stockholm, are you as stupid as you are ugly? How do you think that makes me feel? Reckless Love is the most talented, the most dominant, the most attractive tag team in this entire company. To be snubbed on the first official NWC Supercard is beyond insulting. I feel like I've been slapped in my flawless face. And I'll tell you something, you miserable little talking head. We aren't going to stand for it. This travesty of justice will not be allowed to continue. Do you know what we're going to do, Stockholm?
What is that, Cynthia?
As soon as I'm finished talking down to you, my husband, Titus Love, is going to march down to the ring and demand that he have a match. This is an official protest. Reckless Love is hijacking this broadcast until our demands are met. This show will not continue until the NWC Nation recognizes Reckless Love as the gorgeous and undeniable talents that we are.
And you're demanding a singles match for Titus? Not a tag team match with your titles on the line?
Not that it's any of your business, Stockholm, but I just had my nails done. And if you think I'm ruining a $500 polish for these miserable fans in... where are we again?
Portland, Oregon.
Ugh, exactly. Now, Ronnie, I'm going backstage so I can walk out with my magnificent husband. You'd better bring your A-game when calling this match, or I swear that I'll make Titus twist your arms into pretzels.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. Cynthia Love has demanded that her husband, Titus Love, be given an opportunity here at Full Effect to have a match. They are insulted at being left off of the NWC Full Effect Supercard. And of course, Titus Love and Cynthia Love, incredible talents in their own right, the current reigning, defending PWA Tag Team Champions. And apparently they are headed down to the ring, and Titus is not going to leave that ring until somebody answers his challenge and gives him a match here at NWC Full Effect. Boy, folks, I obviously these are two deserving competitors who deserve to be seen, but I don't know if this is the way to endear yourself to the NWC Championship Committee. I guess we're just going to have to see if anybody bites, if any one from the locker room decides to come down and take Titus up on his offer. And ladies and gentlemen, I see some stirring here in the entrance area. In fact, folks, I don't know if you can see this, but the entrance area is filling with, is that smoke? What is going on here? We have this sort of smoky blackness coming. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see this here, folks, but somebody has indeed taken Titus Love up on his offer. I don't know if you notice, if you recognize this man. This is Nemesis Rex. Folks, if you are a long-time E-Fed fan, this man has been a scourge of the federations around the world for the last 20 years, debuting in Pro Wrestling Shaft back in 1999, and ever since then he has made a career in PWA. He has fought around the world. He is the former PWS Extreme Champion, the former PWS Heavyweight Champion, the former PWA Heavyweight Champion, the founder of the Devil's Own, one of the deadliest factions in wrestling history, the man who introduced Akira Wilde to the national stage, the inventor of Red Holiday's unkindest cut DDT. Folks, this is remarkable. I didn't think we would ever see Nemesis Rex again in this ring or any other, and he is going to face Titus Love one-on-one right now. Folks, the referee has rung the bell, and this surreal scene is underway. Titus Love with a quick kick and a neck breaker takes the man they call the devil himself down, and Titus with a second neck breaker, and very proud of himself. Oh, but a huge throat chop by Nemesis Rex, and he's got Titus by the head. I don't know if Titus is going to have a good night here, folks. Gigantic chop, and going to work on that leg. Nemesis Rex, a veteran of more than 40 years in the ring, sends Titus to the ropes. Power slam takes the PWA Tag Team Champion down. Nemesis Rex, just a master of efficient movement, of conservation of energy. And he may look like someone of advanced years, ladies and gentlemen, but if there is such a thing as an end-level boss in our business, it is him. Titus Love with a big double drop kick to the face, and Nemesis Rex has temporarily at least been taken down. Oh, Titus just stuffed. Rex sends him to the ropes and just takes him out with a big boot. I am stunned, ladies and gentlemen, and Cynthia is speechless outside the ring. Nemesis Rex with a vicious knee strike to the face of Titus Love. Nemesis Rex to the top rope. What's he going to do? Big time knee drop. I think the spoiler might have learned it from him. And again, ascending the opposite corner. Poised, waiting for Titus to stand. I don't think Titus knows where in the world he's at. And a big clothesline turns Titus inside out. Nemesis Rex going for the pin. 1, 2, and Titus gets a shoulder up. I might have just stayed down, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, what a surreal scene. Folks, those of you who haven't been around for a long time may not know who this is, but I assure you, Nemesis Rex is a tremendously dangerous human being, and this is a scene that nobody thought was going to happen. Titus managing to make some headway, working on those limbs of Nemesis Rex, throwing the big man around. Nemesis Rex standing about. Oh, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Nemesis Rex has Titus Love. Hoists him in the air. Unkindest cut in the center of the ring. One of the deadliest finishing holds in the history of professional wrestling. 1, 2, and 3. I think you could have counted to 50, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, I never thought in the year 2023 I'd be saying this, but your winner, Nemesis Rex. Folks, what wonders will never cease. This supercard is shaping up to be a night to remember for a variety of reasons. Nemesis Rex is in NWC, and if I am anyone in that locker room, I am quaking in my boots at what this might mean for Season 2. Nemesis Rex, the devil himself, victorious at Full Effect. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolutely stellar night of action, and we are not done yet. We still have a trio of feature matches left to go. Our next encounter, in fact, has been one that we've been building to all season. We have Alyssa Wilde taking on Danica Raven in a Hell in a Cell match. A Bayou Death match, as they call it in South Bayou Wrestling. This match has been a long time coming and is the result of an absolutely vicious feud between these two young ladies. Alyssa Wilde, the last thing she wanted to do was get involved in a match of this type. The Bayou Death match is a specialty of the Phantom Queen, as she was known back when she was in Bayou Championship Wrestling. Danica Raven has gone through an identity shift in her switch over to NWC, and as I understand it, it's this match we may see a return of an identity that she has not gone by in quite some time. In the confines of a steel cage, no one could beat the Phantom Queen, and now, here in NWC, we're going to see the return of a terrifying persona that has not graced a wrestling ring in quite some time. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the aisle, that is Danica Raven, folks. But more importantly, that is the Phantom Queen alter ego of Danica Raven. The Phantom Queen is a merciless, hardcore, extreme competitor that has put many an opponent in the hospital. The Bayou Cage match is one of her signature events, and tonight, the matriarch of the Wilde family, Alyssa Wilde, is going to need all of her skills, all of her experience, all of her bravery to take on what is sure to be a tremendous challenge from a one-of-a-kind competitor. Danica Raven entering the ring, the Phantom Queen in all her glory. When she puts on this persona, she goes to a different place, ladies and gentlemen. And folks, look at that ring. A Bayou death match is not simply a Hell in a Cell encounter. Look at that ring. That is a solid steel ring. There is inch-thick steel plating that these women will be fighting on top of. And folks, the cage is down. The referee has rung the bell. And I am excited for what we're going to see, but also a little bit afraid. And oh my goodness, immediately a sit-out body slam, a Michinoku driver right on that steel. Danica Raven, the Phantom Queen, absolutely merciless, jamming Alyssa Wilde's braced knee into that unforgiving surface. Alyssa, though, firing back. Brain buster right on the steel. Oh my goodness. Raven comes off the ropes with a kick. I don't know if she was trying to catch her in a satellite head scissors, but she definitely did clock her in the face with those boots. And picks her up, and another slam straight into the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, this is already brutal, and it's only going to get worse from here. Danica Raven, big drop kick to the face of Alyssa Wilde. And folks, this match is a long time coming. Raven has not been the same ever since her partner, Trisha, was inadvertently injured due to an errant super kick by Alyssa Wilde. Alyssa, for her part, unapologetic at that accidental encounter, and the Phantom Queen none too happy about that. They're fighting there on the outside of the ring there, between the ring and the cage. Not a lot of room to maneuver there, as Alyssa is sent face first into those steel steps. Raven again just sends Alyssa Wilde cascading across that surface there, and sends her back into the ring. And of course, that ring no more forgiving than the ground outside. And Danica has a table. And what else is she going to find underneath her? And a kendo stick. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. And a steel chair. Folks, Danica is loading up the ring with some hardware. But Alyssa able to cut her off. A big European uppercut to the Phantom Queen. Folks, look at all of the hardware inside the ring. If that ends up being utilized, we could be one or more of these women could be on their way to the hospital later tonight. Alyssa knocked over those steps, but fires back and sends Danica straight face first into that mat. Just slams her face first. And a European uppercut. They are taking this thing all the way around the ring. The Phantom Queen back inside. And followed by Alyssa Wilde. And Raven with a huge shot to the side of Alyssa's face. Of course, this match, one fall to a finish. Pinfall or submission, those are the only ways. Oh my, a DDT right into the steel. Again, pinfall and submission, the only ways to finish this match. Oh my goodness, a huge Phantom Destroyer right into that pile of hardware. You have to think that that might have been what Raven was going for from the beginning, which he stacked up all of those implements of destruction in the corner. Just drove Alyssa head and shoulders first right into it. But Alyssa, recovering, manages to snag a Dragon Sleeper on the Phantom Queen. But Raven fires her way out of it with a series of punches. You've got to think Alyssa's injured at this point, folks. Adrenaline will get you only so far. And Raven catches her and sends her flying through the air. Goes for a pin. 1, 2. And Alyssa gets a shoulder up. I assure you, Alyssa Wilde, with all of her amateur experience and her years of professional wrestling experience at the highest level, has experienced nothing like this before. But Alyssa, quick to adapt, has that kendo stick and is just cracking it across the back of the Phantom Queen. And goes for a pin. 1, 2, and Raven with a shoulder up. This is Danica Raven's environment, but do not forget Alyssa Wilde is a top-shelf competitor. Alyssa Wilde is a finalist in the PWA King of Deathmatch tournament. She has experienced razor wire, she's experienced tables, she's experienced ladders and chairs. Of course, she has never experienced anything quite like this, I stress again. And, oh my, Raven just sends her crashing into the mat, face first into the solid steel, and Alyssa manages to get a shoulder up, but I believe that was entirely on instinct. And folks, I don't know if you saw, that was Selena Sharp's razor sharp maneuver that she used, sending a message, I think, to Alyssa and to Nikki for their actions earlier this season. Big spine buster on that corrugated steel. And what's she going to do here? Cattle mutilation, a maneuver that she shares with her brother Akira Wilde. A submission is a way to finish this. Is Raven going to be forced to tap? No, the Phantom Queen manages to fight her way out. Big elbow to the side of the head of Alyssa Wilde. And Alyssa sends Danica to the ropes. Oh, but a bit of a malfunction at the junction. Flips over Raven. And big Greco-plex does not hold on for a pin, but just drives that head and shoulders of the Phantom Queen into that metallic surface masquerading as a wrestling ring. And what in the world? Alyssa has a table. She's got a table in her hands, folks, and just smashes it into the face of Danica Raven. And Alyssa has set up the table. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, what are we in for now? Big knee to the face of the Phantom Queen. And she's got a stop sign. Alyssa Wilde attempts to use a stop sign, gets cut off by Raven. Alyssa sent into the corner, lifted up. Oh my goodness, what is Danica Raven going to do? Oh my! Huge bulldog through the table! Alyssa Wilde is broken in half! She is broken in half, I swear to God! And a face first plant right into the center of the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, the Phantom Queen, Danica Raven, in an absolutely brutal encounter in a Hell in a Cell. Something unlike anything we've seen before in NWC. Alyssa Wilde, wow, face first, sent straight through that wooden table, and then after that, driven headfirst into the ground. Oh my goodness. I think they could have counted to a lot more than 3. The Phantom Queen, Danica Raven, victorious tonight. But I have to ask, at what cost to her own psyche? There was a reason she abandoned this persona, ladies and gentlemen, and what has this brought out of her, being forced to bring it back, and in such a brutal manner? What an amazing supercard, ladies and gentlemen. Full Effect has been everything that it was hyped up to be, and we are not done yet. It is now time for the first of our two main event matches. In just a moment, you're going to see the INCW Women's Championship defended as the White Rabbit Nikki Wilde takes on Anna Sokolov. Gary Bloomfield, over to you.
Folks, what a night we have had so far for NWC Full Effect, and we are not done yet. Time now for our co-main event of the evening for the INCW Women's Championship. Making her way to the ring comes the challenger, the Siberian Cyborg, Anna Sokolov. Daughter of Victor Sokolov, this is her third opportunity at the INCW Women's Championship and the third time that she will face the White Rabbit Nikki Wilde for that championship. Anna Sokolov has unsuccessfully challenged for this belt twice. You gotta think, for the third time, this is going to be her last opportunity for a while. It's a make or break moment for Anna Sokolov. And now making her way to the ring, the INCW Women's Champion, the White Rabbit, Nikki Wilde. We saw Forever Unchained earlier in this show going up against Sanctum in one of the most brutal matches I've ever seen. Nikki Wilde is now going to carry the mantle for Forever Unchained in this women's title match. Twice, she has faced Anna Sokolov in defense of that title. Twice, she has turned Anna Sokolov away. She's going to look to do it for a third time and put an end to this storied rivalry that these two have had against each other. It has been one for the ages. Nikki Wilde is going to look to write the last chapter like she did the previous two, with victory over Anna Sokolov and retention of the Women's Championship. Not many people have given Nikki Wilde a chance since she won the belt, and I think it is safe to say she has proven them all wrong. She has proven that she will do anything to hold on to that title, and her plans have been successful to this point. Some final instructions from the official. As Nikki prepares to relinquish the women's belt. And here we go, referee receiving the championship. And that's what this match is all about, the INCW Women's Championship. Anna Sokolov with a cold, dead stare. Nikki returning it. She gets limbered up. There's the bell. This women's title match underway. Anna Sokolov firing the first shot. Sends Nikki Wilde into the corner. Got her trapped in there and immediately goes after the leg. Kicking away at the exposed knee. Wilde firing back with a right hand. Kick to the midsection. Got Anna's arm tied up, heading over to the other side. And throws her over with that beautiful arm drag. Kick that Anna Sokolov took very well. Brings Nikki Wilde over to the ropes. Irish whip. And Anna might have gone after that a bit early. Throws Nikki over the top rope. Big right hand. Going for it again. Nikki Wilde blocks and throws out a forearm. Collar and elbow tie up. Nikki Wilde with a go behind. Snap Greco-plex from Nikki Wilde. And a disrespectful slap to the face of Anna Sokolov. Double clubbing forearms followed by a rolling soul butt to the face. Anna fires back with a back elbow. Collar and elbow tie up. Ducks underneath. Got her up. Samoan drop. Or maybe a Siberian drop. Got her up. Double knee breaker from Anna Sokolov. Sokolov focusing on the legs. Goes for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Right at 2. Sokolov looking to get that first pin early, and look at that. Got the leg trapped in an ankle lock. Nikki Wilde fighting free. That was not the cold snap, but it was a submission hold. Further damage to the ankle of Nikki Wilde. Sokolov off the ropes. Nikki Wilde drops down. Shoulder to shoulder collision. Wilde with a lariat to Sokolov. Sokolov right back to her feet. Got Nikki Wilde trapped from behind. Sends her in for the ride. Dropped down by Sokolov. Leaps over. And a chop block. That would be a 15-yard penalty in the NFL. But here it's just more damage to the leg of the White Rabbit. Arm breaker. And floats over into an arm bar, a Fujiwara arm bar. Sokolov rolling Wilde over for the cover. Hooks the leg. 1 and not quite 1. Kick out by the White Rabbit. Shot to the midsection from Wilde. Wilde off the ropes. Springboard drop kick. And the White Rabbit again slapping the face of Anna Sokolov. I really don't think it's wise to tick off Anna Sokolov more than she already is. Wilde with a knee drop to the leg of Sokolov. Tastes of Sokolov's own medicine. Sokolov rolls to the outside. Nikki Wilde going to follow her out and puts the boots to Sokolov. Sokolov trying to get back to her feet. Wilde catches her, thump to the back of the neck, the back of the head, dropping all the weight. Sokolov shoves Nikki Wilde away with 2 feet. Picks her up, collar and elbow tie up. Nikki Wilde sent back inside the ring. Sokolov making her way back in. And here we go again. Sokolov sending for the ride. Kick to the midsection. Blocks Nikki's attempt. Go behind and takes her down. Stomp to the shoulder. A kick to the shoulder. Takes the leg. Double knees to the damaged leg of the White Rabbit. Sokolov back in. And going right after the leg like a bulldog. Zeroed in. Focused on the leg of Nikki Wilde. And again, Sokolov stretching her out in a different fashion now. The Indian Deathlock applied to the White Rabbit. And I got to think that both legs are exposed now. Both legs exposed to danger. They've both taken quite a bit of damage. The White Rabbit in a bad way. Power bomb. Sokolov does not hold for the pin. Instead, continuing to damage the leg, to punish the leg of the White Rabbit. Twisting and cranking on the knee, on the ankle. Collar and elbow tie up once again. Nikki in desperation sends Sokolov into the corner, comes in with a forearm, hooks the leg. 1, count of 2, kick out at 2. Wilde trying to keep her composure and continue the attack. Got Sokolov up, snap Greco-plex. Drops the elbow to the chest. And throwing hands now. The White Rabbit has gone berserk. Dropping the weight on the back of the neck of Sokolov. Sokolov shoves Nikki away. Ducks underneath, got her up, Samoan drop. Sokolov getting momentum back in this match. Throws Wild into the corner. Irish Whip reversal. Sokolov backflip out of danger off the ropes. Ducks underneath. Lariat, and down goes the White Rabbit. And Sokolov is on fire. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, kick out. Wild kicks out. Sokolov now slowing down the pace, cranking on the neck. Throws Wild down. White Rabbit back to her feet. Sokolov looking for a top block, missed it. Springboard leg drop by Wild. Wild looks like she's set up for something. What's she doing here? Sliding knee. 1, 2, kick out! Sokolov kicks out. Wild is incensed. Sokolov with a lariat. And the White Rabbit went nose over toes over the top rope. Wild with a kick to the midsection. Sokolov misses the big strike. Wild with a step-up head scissor. Collar elbow tie-up outside of the ring. Big forearm, down goes Sokolov. Dropping the White on the back of the neck one more time is Nikki Wild. Wild dropping the White now on the leg. As this action continues outside of the ring, the referee's count continues. They have until 20 to make it back inside. There's that running knee strike once more from Nikki Wild. Spins Sokolov around. Sokolov with a timely back elbow. Nikki blocks the strike, answers with a forearm and a kick. Sends Sokolov into the barricade. Sokolov fighting for her life outside of the ring. Right into the VIP area. Throwing her into the barricade. And now striking with hammering shots. Sokolov taking a page out of her father's book, chewing on the lady fingers of the White Rabbit. Cranking on the head and the neck. That referee's got to be getting close to a count of 20. Sokolov finally making her way back in. Nikki Wild still outside of the ring. And Sokolov breaks the count. Sokolov back outside. Shot to the midsection from Wild. Wild slings Sokolov into the barricade one more time. And now it's Nikki's turn to go into the barricade. Kick to the midsection from Wild. Sokolov spins her around. Headlock. And a fist to the face. Sokolov now tangling up the legs and stomping down on both knees. Picks Nikki Wild back up. Open palm strikes, knife edge chops. Nikki dodges. Sokolov gets gotten from behind and sent into the barricade. And into the barricade a second time in a row. And now into the VIP table. Into the barricade. And now into the steel steps. Sokolov just being led by the nose all over the area outside the ring. Nikki Wild stalking her opponent face first. Throws Sokolov face first onto the floor. Wild with a thrust kick to the back of Sokolov's head. Nikki Wild finally making her way inside. And also making her way back inside. We are finally back inside the ring. Sokolov gets sent over the top rope. Stunner. And Sokolov finds herself outside the ring once more. Nikki Wild to the top rope. Sokolov back inside. Dodges Nikki. Nikki fell back first on the floor outside. She fell right on her buddy hole. Sokolov with a trapezius nerve pinch outside the ring. stump puller from Sokolov. Picks Wild up. Throws her back in. Wild trying to get back to her feet. Sokolov with a chop block sends her down. Captures Nikki once more. Judo hip toss and an elbow drop. Sokolov in full control. Wild using the ropes to stand back up in the corner. Sokolov right back to the leg. Wild fires back, blocks the shot and throws out a right hand. Now a headbutt and holding on to the I guess the ears of Anna Sokolov, a trail of headbutts from Wild. Wild now with the Indian deathlock on Sokolov. Finally releases the hold, not looking for the submission, but is looking for a 3 count. 1, 2, Sokolov gets the shoulder up, and Nikki's arguing with the official. Wild set up. Stun bun. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. Sokolov gets the shoulder up, and Wild can't believe it. Wild set up one more time. And a second stun bun connects. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Nikki Wild finally gets the first fall on Sokolov. Forearm to the side of the face. Sokolov struggling back to her feet. Shot to the midsection of Nikki Wild. Judo hip toss follows her down. Sokolov looking for it. Here it comes. Cold snap. Cold snap locked in on the White Rabbit. Sokolov cranking back. Twerking the leg. Nikki Wild desperately trying to fight her off. Can she hold on? Is she gonna tap? Wild fighting back with fists and finally free of the cold snap. Sokolov set off the ropes. Wild. Tilt-a-whirl. Backstabber. Sokolov comes back with a lariat. Picks Wild up. Wild with a chin crusher. And a lariat follow-up. Slap to the face of Anna Sokolov. The disrespect evident. Thump to the back of the neck. Wild continuing the pressure, walking all over the back of Anna Sokolov. Now mocking her. Sokolov back to her feet. Power slam! Sokolov with a power slam! And stomping away at Nikki Wild. Working the trapezius muscle with that nerve pinch. Are we going to see it one more time? Well, no, but it is an Indian deathlock. We might get a submission out of this. Sokolov relinquishes the hold. Nikki Wild shoves Sokolov away. Sokolov to a knee. Wild off the ropes. Flying stun bun. Sokolov refusing to stay down. Nikki Wild continuing the attack. Backdrop Greco-plex. Change it into a Greco-plex. And now a vertical Greco-plex. Sokolov continuing to fight back to her feet and continuing to get hammered down by the White Rabbit. Nikki Wild with a crossbody on the leg of Anna Sokolov. Sokolov, shot to the midsection. Got her up. Shin breaker. Grabs the leg and torques on it once more. Cranking on the ankle. putting that knee in an awkward angle. Indian Deathlock is locked in one more time. What a grueling match. We've only been one fall in this 2 out of 3 falls match. And the cold snap is locked in. And the White Rabbit taps. We're tied at 1 fall apiece. Sokolov picks Wild back up. Wants to continue on. Throws her down. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And we have a new INCW Women's Champion! Anna Sokolov has outlasted and outpaced Nikki Wilde and has ripped the championship away from the White Rabbit. They split falls, and then Anna Sokolov, with a timely pin, hooked the leg, got the 3 count, and along with it, the INCW Women's Championship. We are in a new era of the women's division, as it is now being led by Anna Sokolov. Folks, don't go anywhere. Our main event is next.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a women's title match. And we are not done yet, folks. It is now time for the final event of the evening, the second half of our co-main event for NWC Full Effect. After a grueling triple threat match at the beginning of our evening, Paul Gravett has earned his chance to take on Damian Black for the NWC World Championship. Folks, this match has been weeks in the making as the round-robin tournament has continued week in and week out on NWC Tonight. We have seen some absolutely stellar encounters, but as they say, the cream rises, and Paul Gravett has earned his opportunity at Damian Black's championship. Paul Gravett, arriving from near obscurity, an amateur wrestler with very limited professional experience, he has quickly grown in the hearts and minds of the NWC Nation. Paul Hook Gravett has become a tremendous fan favorite on a grassroots campaign fueled by hard work and determination. And tonight, he gets to put all that he has learned here in his short time in NWC to the test as he takes on the man, the myth, the legend, the NWC World Champion, Damian Black. And folks, what more can be said about our World Champion, Damian Black? This is, by all accounts, the measuring stick by which all other competitors in this company are judged. Damian Black, there are no asterisks by his record, no qualifications. He is simply one of the finest, longest tenured professional wrestlers that our company or any other has seen. The owner and proprietor of the Prestige Wrestling Association, of a veteran of INCW, PWS, NWCW, and other companies around the world, Damian Black has represented tradition and excellence for nearly 20 years in this sport. And he stands your reigning, defending NWC World Champion. Paul Gravett has one heck of a challenge ahead of him, because Damian Black has held this title for quite some time, and he excels when under pressure. He lives in the deep water, as they say, and tonight's match should be an excellent example of everything we've come to know and love about professional wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to finish this supercard, I cannot express to you how excited I am to have had the opportunity to get us to this point, to travel along with you along this journey, as these men and women of this company have laid it all on the line week in and week out to entertain you. Thank you for being a part of NWC. Thank you for making this company what it is. It has been my pleasure to broadcast this to you, and as we stand here on the eve of a new greatness in NWC, As we stand here on the eve of the main event of our first Supercard, I cannot wait to see what Season 2 and the future bring. The referee has the world title in hand, and we are about to get this final match of Full Effect underway. Paul Gravett looking extremely ready. Damian Black poised and confident as always. The bell is rung, and we are underway. Paul Gravett starting off strong with a series of strikes that drives Damian Black into his corner, and comes out of that with a huge overhead belly-to-belly suplex that sends the world champion careening across the ring. Gravett catches him from behind, but Damian Black manages to elbow his way out. But Paul Gravett again with a huge suplex, a belly-to-belly suplex, and an amateur-style gator roll, really just riding the champion, showing him those amateur skills that brought him to the dance. And a double drop kick right to the face, 2 feet right to the mush. Kudo-style body throw, and begins working on those limbs. Damian Black is going to have sore extremities, win, lose, or draw. Paul Gravett is going to work on that arm, on that shoulder, on those legs, because Gravett has a variety of debilitating submission holds at his disposal, and he will excel at softening up an opponent to make them all the more vulnerable to those attacks. Damian Black, a series of chops, and have Paul Gravett up in a twisting suplex, just a sharp suplex that twists and corks the head and shoulders of Paul Gravett. And Black is up at the top. Big, beautiful moonsault on Paul Hook Gravett, showing Gravett how that he puts the professional in professional wrestling. Gravett picks the leg and turns Damian Black over into an attempted half crab, that signature crab that has won him so many matches, but he's tangled deep in the ropes. Goes for a quick pinfall, mostly to test the mettle of Black. Certainly it's going to take more than that to keep either of these men down. Kick to the gut by Damian Black. Has Gravett, sends him to the far turnbuckle, and comes in with a flying forearm. Damian Black and Gravett out to the floor. Black extremely well-versed in utilizing the hardware around the ring to his best advantage. He is a professional wrestler with nearly 2 decades of experience in the sport. And he is not above hitting his opponent with a steel chair if it's going to get him an advantage. Let me tell you, gentlemen. Gravett with a double underhook suplex. That is, of course, to say nothing of, that is not a disparaging remark to Damian Black. Damian Black simply understands the traditions of this sport extend far beyond what happens inside that ring. And Gravett, a fast learner, has quickly learned here in the NWC that he has to be vicious. He has to do things outside of his normal comfort zone in an amateur ring. Hooks up the arm and drops Damian Black right on his own left wrist. Of course, Paul Gravett, a master of many submission holds, including the Kimura lock, which takes advantage of the damaged extremities that he's been working on. Hurls Damian Black into the center of that ring. Grabs him by the throat. What's he going to do? Tosses him halfway across the ring. Paul Gravett, a deceptively strong individual. Of course, Damian Black might out-height Gravett by just a little bit, but Gravett has a tremendous amount of core strength, built from years upon years of suplexing opponents. And look at that, for the 3rd or 4th time, sends Damian Black flying across the ring. Has Black up. Oh, but Black with a European uppercut takes Gravett off his game there and twists him around into a wrist lock. Speaking of a Kimura, a similar style wrist lock. Of course, Damian Black is a student of the game himself. Certainly not above fighting Paul Gravett at his own game there. Gravett turns Damian Black inside out, and the two competitors head to the floor one more time. Damian Black currently in trouble. He's been thrown around quite a bit by Gravit. Gravit's utilized a lot of energy with these suplexes, but they have come to a good effect there, as Damian Black has been sent careening pillar to post here. Damian Black with a suplex on Gravit outside the ring on that very, very thin padded mat over concrete, sends Gravit into the ring. Gravit has control of Damian Black's arm, and would you look at that, tit for tat, showing Black that he has absolute mastery of the submission game. Challenging Black to try that wrist lock again, and what's he doing, folks? He is measuring Damian Black for some sort of attack, and would you look at that, he's got him cinched in a guillotine choke right in the center of the ring. Is Damian Black going to be forced to tap? The referee checking in, Black considering it. His hand is poised in the air. But Black, with a short spine buster, manages to force Gravit to release the hold. And of course, folks, goes without saying, this is a championship match, which means that we are looking at 2 out of 3 falls. The competitor that can get 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, 2 countouts, 2 disqualifications will be the winner and declared the NWC World Champion. Damian Black with a quick pinfall on Gravit. Gravit out at 2, but not as much force in that kick out as one might hope in these early goings of this match. Damian Black has Gravit up. What's he going to do here? Just spikes Hook Gravit on his dome with a spike pile driver and immediately follows up top rope moonsault and goes for the pin. 1, 2, and Gravit once again at the 9-minute mark in this match manages to get a shoulder up. Damian Black, though, is feeling it. He is daring Gravit to get back to his feet. Gravit absorbs a series of fists and feet from the NWC World Champion and picks him up in an angel suplex. 1, 2. Angel suplex. Damian Black hung on there, but Gravit was somehow able to get a shoulder up. Not a lot of men can do that when Damian Black manages to get that maneuver cinched in. Gravit throws Black off, delivers a chop right to the side of the neck there, picks Black up, and a full-bodied suplex drops Angel Face Damian Black onto the canvas below. And Gravit going back to those amateur skills, riding Damian Black like it's a high school wrestling match. Gravit has Black up, judo-style throw, manages to hang on to that arm, retaining control using that catch style of his. And Damian Black showing that he too has an arsenal of leverage-based holds at his disposal. Black on the top rope. What's he going to do? Gravit daring him to attack him, and Black with a flying inside to the outside clothesline right in front of our VIP booth. And a flying knee drop right to the temple of Gravit, and I have to think, it looks like Gravit's been busted open, and might that have been intentional? Damian Black drove the point of his knee right into the temple of Gravit, and you know that Damian Black must be thinking about how that is going to affect Gravit's vision as this match continues. Gravit has Black up, and Black slips out the other side, sends Gravit to the corner. What a main event so far, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a tremendous night of action, and this match is living up to everything the 8 weeks of build have led us to believe it would be. Gigantic superplex into the center of the ring. Damian Black goes for a pin. Gravit is in trouble. 1, 2, and 3 off of a massive superplex. Damian Black has gotten the first fall in this 2 out of 3 falls match. Paul Gravit is in need of a change in strategy, and Gravit says, no problem, I can do this all day, but Damian Black drops him in an inverted DDT. And a shoulder block takes Gravett down. Gravett definitely taking a bit of time outside the ring to try to regroup, but Black, not intent on giving it to him, sends Gravett back into the ring. And Black, body slam on Gravett right into the center of the W. And he is daring Gravett to get back to his feet. And Gravett manages to get him up. What's he going to do? Over the shoulders and drops Damian Black throat first on that top rope. And goes to work on that leg. Of course, one of Gravett's signature maneuvers is that single-legged crab. Gravett just muscles Damian Black over as he's starting to re-establish himself here. Black tumbles out of the ring. Black with a repeated strategy of every time he seems to get in over his head, he puts some distance between himself and Gravett. That's experience right there. Paul Gravett again with one of those big-time body slams right on that matting outside the ring. Very, very thin matting covering solid concrete, ladies and gentlemen. Damian Black sends Gravett head first into the into the side of the ring there, right into that turnbuckle pole. Damian Black stalking Gravett. And he picks him up for a T-bone suplex power slam. Wow, tremendous amount of force outside that ring. Gravett may be hurt, folks. He is seeing stars as Damian Black heads back into the ring to regroup. Might have been thinking about a count-out victory there. That would certainly do just as well as a pinfall or a submission in Damian's book. Damian with a belly-to-belly suplex, a gut-wrench suplex, that is, to Paul Gravett. Gravett holding that head. That blood is just flowing freely, ladies and gentlemen. And even freer now as Damian Black uses the point of his elbow to try to exacerbate that wound. And he's daring Gravett to get to his feet as we are pushing the 15-minute mark of this encounter. We are one fall in. Damian Black has acquired a fall on Gravett, but Gravett has picked a leg, and he's sitting down, attempts to sit down on that crab. Damian able to pull him off of it before he's able to get it really cinched in. Damian Black ducks under, drop toe hold takes Gravett down. Damian Black uses that as an opportunity to command his man. Big time T-bone power slam, this time in the center of the ring. Gravett is down, ladies and gentlemen. Is Damian Black gonna finish off his opponent after all? Big elbow drop, goes for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still world champion, Damian Black. My goodness, what an encounter. Paul Gravett gave it his absolute all. He fought like a lion from bell to bell, and he fought so hard to get here. But on this night, under these bright lights, in front of this capacity crowd, Damian Black prevailed. Drawing upon the decades of experience that he has brought to the ring and those finely honed skills. Paul Gravett, in many ways, still early on in his career here on his journey as a professional wrestler. He is only going to get better. But on this night, Angel Face Damian Black is still your NWC World Champion. And folks, with that, we have come to the end of NWC Full Effect. What an absolutely stellar evening of action we've all had. What an amazing season of action. 12 episodes of NWC Tonight and a jam-packed supercard. It has been my pleasure to bring it all to you. And after a short break, we're going to come back with Season 2 of NWC. Folks, this has been Full Effect. We have seen titles change hands. We have seen careers made. We have seen legends established. We have seen the beginning of the next phase of what NWC will become. Believe me when I say the best is yet to come. Again, I am Ronnie Stockholm, and for my colleagues Gary Bloomfield and Maverick Jack Johnson, thank you for joining us at NWC Full Effect. We will see you next season.